Hello, so in this video I'm going to talk about the bitmap graphic logo that you can insert into your WordPress theme. So by default, when you go to specify via your control panel in the branding section, you have here some settings for graphic logo. So you go and choose and upload an image, and we're going to select ourselves a logo here that I just did up. So 100 pixels, we're going to give it a good name such as my website name. Select, and I'm going to say use bitmap logo. So this is a setting that tells the system that when we choose to define within a logo widget to use the global default settings, that if this is enabled, then it will use this. This is another default global setting that you can choose to say, hey, disable the website name text if you wish. And I'm going to enable that as well, just for the purpose of this example here. And then we hit save. Now, you also notice that there's an icon defined up here, and I'm going to get into that as well in a second here, but you can't have a graphic logo as well as this vector icon. So that is the reason that many of our WordPress themes, we have this area up here at the top here where we have the website name, which is what we have defined up in here, as well as the vector logo. That when you upload an image, that it doesn't work because we are using a vector icon here as well. So in our current version of our framework, you have to go and define this on the layout level. Okay, because every page is associated with a layout, and that layout may be associated with multiple pages. Once you understand this, it's pretty straightforward and will actually save you some time. So we're going to go to the primary layout, which is our home page, and we would have to also go and do this to any of the other pages as well, the other layouts. But in the logo widget here, we have defined here that upon initialization, that the graphic logo is disabled so that we can use the vector logo. Now, we're going to change that to default. So that means that this is going to use the settings that we had on the branding page, and so now the vector logo is not going to be there. As well as we're going to use the default setting, the global setting that is defined on the branding page, which means that in my case where I told it to not show up, that's going to happen as well. And we've already disabled this, but I can again set that as well, and that's something that you can change on that page as well. We're going to hit save, and we're going to find that the graphic logo now changes, or the logo area now changes to my logo that I uploaded. So you can see there, perfect. So that's how you go about changing it. At first blush, you would think that on the control panel branding page, when you upload an image, you say use the bitmap logo, it should automatically cascade across the entire site. And that is only true if these widgets are set to, for the bitmap icon here, set to default, okay, the graphic logo. In some of our WordPress themes, this is not a preset region. This is called a preset region, where it's sort of defined. Some of them, in some of our older WordPress themes, use a sidebar region, in which case you would go to the Appearance and then Widgets panel and find the region that has the logo and make sure that that is defined appropriately as well. But in our current, newer versions of our WordPress themes, we're going to find that they're a preset region, just as we see here. So again, if we go on to another one of our layouts, so we'll say maybe the contact page, okay, you notice how we're looking at the text version, right? So in order to go and make sure that that and any other page that is associated with that layout, we need to go back to whichever page that is associated with. I'm going to say that's contact one there. But if we use one of the minimize, let's go find the minimize page, and you'll see the beauty of using these layouts here. This is associated with the about, contact confirmation, FAQs, privacy. Okay, so it's used for at least the about and the FAQs and the privacy. So if we go take a look at that, the About page, About Team, this is this layout here. We're going to go and change that logo widget so that this then says Default, and hit Save. So this is the About page. We reload, uses the default settings, and it's lined off to the left there. We can probably change those as well. Do that there. we go. Okay. And because we have the tagline showing, specifically we define that as the default settings that's showing up there. But remember I said this was the About page, and we also have a number of other pages that use this layout. It's instantly changed on that page as well as the privacy policy. But again, the contact page uses a different layout, so we're going to need to make that change there as well. And we'll do that very quickly. As you can see, just making this one change can cascade across the entire site that uses those layouts pretty quickly. Just hit here, logo, default, make sure that the alignment is about right for you. Reload. And there we go, now we're done. Okay, so I hope that clarifies things. I know that we've had feedback before that says, well, I just uploaded that bitmap and said, you know, check the checkbox that says use bitmap logo. Why isn't it working? It's because of the settings of the individual sort of widget, because of the situation where there is a vector icon used by default in our installation settings for this whatever theme that you're using. And so you can't use the vector icon at the same time as the graphic logo. So we had to make a choice there. So that's how you go and enable it. Okay? Hope that helps.